Try to make this short. This is my EF-JL here in my 1990 TRXX. Basically, I'm going to start from the front, the rear, or sorry, the rear left corner of here. I think this is a boost sensor right here. There's a vacuum hose that comes out of it. Goes down here. I've already got my flashlight in place here to look at this plastic T right here. Now, one of these goes up, goes through this little orange vacuum thing here. Get a more reasonable zoom level. And that little orange vacuum thing is right in the center of the screen right now. That threads into the intake manifold there. The other end of that T goes over here to, I think this is the fuel pressure regulator right there. Starting from the intake manifold here, so right out of the intercooler, obviously this large one here goes to this little dump valve. The other smaller hose goes up here. It's number 8, that upper one, and it goes into I think this is the boost control solenoid. It goes into that one. The other two from here, see those dumping out of the bottom here. We're following those over here. It's those bottom two on this loom. One of them goes onto that little right here. The other one goes into the top of this little dump valve. You can see I've soldered mine. I broke that little nipple off. I don't know where to get a new one. If you could tell me, I'd love to know. Out of the top of the throttle body here, this one on the left, this one goes down to right here, and ultimately that terminates, and there's two hoses here. Try to get a better view of it. So these two hoses are right next to each other. This one goes to the lower of these two. The upper of these two goes into the bottom of this little disc right here. I don't know. I'm not sure what this is. But this goes to the right side of the throttle body here. This middle one in the throttle body, this goes down to, oh, the charcoal canister down here. I remember that now. It's in the very, the front left corner there. There's a couple other vacuum hoses here. There's one that comes out of the turbo here. This controls the wastegate actuator. I've replaced this hose, so yours probably won't look like this. It won't have this little curly Q in it. But anyway, it goes to the same place though. It curls around and it ends right here. It's just a short video upside down here, orientation. Right there. There's two more. There's one like right next to this here. Let me zoom back out. See these two smaller hoses that are right in the center of the screen right now? The one on the left, this goes up. Following it here. And it goes into the bottom of this T for this thing right here. And this is on, like, I think a 12 volt. Come on, focus. Once again, coming out of the turbo here, this smaller one on the left, right here, this one comes up and terminates in right here, bottom of this T. This loops around into this solenoid. Another thing, I would like to get a new one. If anybody knows where a new one of these is, I'd like to get it. I sprayed carb cleaner in mine when I first got my car, and I think that was a mistake. I think I screwed it up. My idle's funny. Anyway, these two, out of this T, these two just loop on either end of the solenoid. The one exit here comes out right here, and it terminates into the air box. It ultimately ends up right here. What else do we got here? Obviously this air hose. This large hose right here, let me zoom back out to 1x. This large hose, this is crankcase ventilation. So this loops around. Again, I've replaced mine, so mine looks different than factory, but it's that fresher looking hose back there that's right above the alternator that I can't quite focus on. But back there is the nipple, the outlet for the crankcase vent. Let's see what else we got here. That is some kind of throttle cable. There's another one here that comes out of the top of the valve cover, as you can see there. This one ultimately comes up to here, but there's this little thingy, whatchamacallit. It's like a one-way valve. I'm trying to move it. There it is. It's a little one-way valve, but that's in the middle of that hose that goes from the valve cover to here. And I think that is the complete... okay, here we got another one out of the intake manifold here. This big hose. This is for the brake booster right here. That's a fairly obvious one. I do believe that is all vacuum hoses accounted for. So I'm sure you'll have to watch that multiple times. That wasn't fully coherent at all times here, but I hope that's helpful and illustrative for your EF-JL hose issues. Good luck.